Hello everyone, welcome back to Base Damage. I wanted to have a little bit of a discussion today on another trading card game that is currently in production slash kind of out, that was being worked on by Shy Lily and Gamersups, a card game called VCard. I'm certain this is not just famous, but infamous at this point for a couple things that have been going on with this. So it is a VTuber, a trading card game involving VTubers made by Shy Lily. There's Cinder, Silvervale, a bunch of other really awesome content creators in it. And honestly, really kind of cool. I was kind of excited for it when it first got announced and was coming out and everything. But there are a couple things I want to kind of go over with this, where this is just so funny to me. This was back in February. They had announced their roadmap for what they want to do for the future of the card game, which is very cool. And we will always on this channel support progress being made, whether that's in Weiss, whether that's in Pokemon, MTG, whatever. I never want a card game to fail. I mean, Bushiroad has had so many failed card games as it is. I don't really like to see it when a card game fails. I've been a part of too many that have just, basically died altogether. So I don't want to see it just, go belly up. I want to see it do well. I want to see it progress and go forward. I do think that would be really cool for this. But I feel VCard needs to get a couple things taken care of first before they can focus on some of these things. So obviously a while back in February, they had the pre-orders and everything with the base set launch and everything. They are working, due to something else that we're going to talk about in a bit here, they are working on an unlimited set, basically a non-first edition set to reprint a bunch of cards, because a lot of stuff sold very fast, very quickly. We'll get to that in a second here. But they're already announcing wanting to do 2, 3, 4 sets before working towards an eventual setup for tournaments and events. And I realize my head is partially blocking that. Forgive me. They're wanting to do events. They're wanting to do tournaments and stuff, and I'm all for that. I think that would be amazing. I really, really do think that would be cool. Now, obviously, I'm just going to read out the other stuff that's on this little infographic really quickly here. Our ultimate goal for the future of VCard is to elevate the gameplay experience by expanding card types and enriching every facet of the game, ensuring deeper strategy, greater variety, and an immersive journey for every type of player. Okay, very, very ambitious, really awesome. Above all, we are committed to ensuring the game's longevity, basically how long the game lasts, and delivering the absolute best experience possible. Keep that in mind. We'll continue to listen, adapt, and evolve, always valuing our community's voices and never overlooking your concerns. I have concerns. Please do not overlook them. Your passion drives us, and together we will shape an even greater future. Awesome. Now, really, really well said, and I do feel that is something good and a very positive outlook on it. So let's look at the facts, though. Oh boy. Oh, I accidentally went forward a page. Every single pre-order and every other merch item, from what I can tell up here, which we'll click on the other merch in a second here, for VCard is completely and totally sold out. It was within minutes, if I'm not mistaken. I was not, sitting there with my trigger on the, my finger on the trigger, ready to, grab a base set or anything of that nature. But look, you got Cotton, you got Shy Lily, you got Cinder. Oh my God, you got so many awesome, beautiful artwork. I would love to have these kinds of cards. But right now, it is very, very hard to get these. And I'm going to go over to eBay. My first concern here, actually, sorry. Let's point out this first. One singular booster box, $90 was what they were selling for. So this is the unlimited. This isn't even the other. Sold out for unlimited. First editions are selling for $300. $300 or $400. This is what they're having to compete with because they got their hands on this, and I'm only assuming they got the unlimiteds, that people have bought out the unlimiteds as well, and this is what is going on. People are basically scalpers, and this is something that I wanted to talk about with Pokemon, was getting just as bad for this, where scalpers basically scooped up as much as they possibly could and are reselling them for absolute ridiculous prices. 3 to 4 times what they should be. And you see all these other VTubers who are doing box openings for this kind of stuff. And I don't know, maybe Shy Lily hooked him up or something for it, which is, really cool. That's awesome if she did. But they're showcasing this stuff that people are wanting to get, and they just can't. Hell, I'm not going to show it because I have a different browser pulled up for Twitter. And on that browser, under the comments section, was one of the things over here. Please do not eat the VCards. There was one post they had up here that was like, show us your favorite cards or something. I don't know where it went to. But there was a post, at least on the other browser, where it said, like, show us your favorite cards. And 90% of the responses were, here's my favorite card, and shows like an empty hand. And it's just absolutely nothing because people just can't get their hands on this stuff. It is kind of crazy. Now, the next thing that I do want to talk about is how the game is supposed to be played. This was my other major concern. I almost made a video for this back in February when this initially was being discussed and went down, where they're saying they want to do tournaments and stuff. I'm very curious as to who the tournament organizers are going to be. Is it going to be Gamer Subs? Are they going to give it out to a third party? Where it's like kind of how Yu-Gi-Oh! Had Upper Deck Entertainment doing their tournaments and whatnot years ago before that shit went down and Konami said, fuck it, we'll do it ourselves. I don't know if they're going to try to reach out to a third party by the time, set 2 and 3 officially drop, where who's going to be running it is my question. Because I really, really, really have to question them running it. Now, I'm going to point out a very specific piece of text up here. And I had to go, this has been changed. I had to go on Wayback Machine to show you what it used to be. It says the goal of VCard is to be the first player to score. This is the game objective, how to win a game. The first player to score 5 points by winning rounds in a 1v1 card battle. Okay, cool. Optional, if you prefer higher stakes, winning a round also adds your opponent's played cards to a prize pool. The winner of the game claims the entire prize pool. This is optional now. But back on February 1st, that little parentheses was not there. I had to go on Wayback Machine, the Internet Archive and everything. And this was not there before. It did not say optional before. Meaning, initially when this game was created, wait, my head's blocking it. Oh my god, I am so horrible here. Okay, just side by side comparison. Optional? It does not say that. Okay. Sorry, I'm just gonna leave my head down here for the rest of the video. Like, fuck it. It did not say optional when the game's inception was first played, was first done. That is illegal. That turns this into gambling because you are if anybody's familiar with MTG, there was a thing called ante, which when MTG was first created, people would basically bet cards. Think Battle City from Yu-Gi-Oh, from the anime. From the anime of Yu-Gi-Oh, where when you lost a game, you had to give up your most prized card. That's how Yugi got his hands on Slifer. That's how Joey lost his Red Eyes, etc. Like, there was a whole debacle for that, where everyone was having to, give up their most prized cards if they lost. And that's essentially what this was. It got changed the very next day after this initially got posted, and it was played off I'm as a, hey, sorry, we forgot to put this, haha, funny, aren't we so quirky? I don't think it was a mistake. I think it was intentional. I think it was supposed to be played this way until they realized, oh wait, now we can't actually hold tournaments and stuff. We can't actually do tournaments if people are losing the cards from their decks to be able to play every single round of an event. So obviously they had to change it to being an optional thing. And I'm assuming for the tournaments, for the events, it is also going to be completely and totally probably not even an optional thing. They're probably going to be like, no, nobody loses cards from the prize pool. Everyone, the respective players get their cards back at the end of each official game. I'm assuming that is what the rules are going to be, and I'm going to hope that that's what the rules are going to be. But right now, my concern of the scalpers and my concern of whoever is going to organize the tournaments are my two biggest concerns that, like they said, they value their community's voices and are never overlooking your concerns. I really hope that people are vocal about this. And I really hope that people are telling them, hey, we want to be able to play this game. You need to take care of these two specific issues. Those are my two specific issues with the game and my concerns. If they listen to it, and I hope that there are people who voice this same exact opinion, and I hope there's people parroting what I'm saying to VCard and to people watching this. And maybe, hell, if someone from VCard's watching this, I want your game to do good. I really, really do. But those are my two biggest concerns right now, is dealing with even getting the product to begin with, to which there's another sub-question for that, but let me finish my point. Getting the product and who is going to be organizing the tournaments, because there's clear concern. Well, this is on the Wayback Machine page. There's clear concern in the construction of the card game. Whoever's doing it, clearly, I question who understands what needs to be done to run a card game, as well as in the production aspect. I'm certain they got the money for it. They can clearly pump these things out. We do not want the scalpers to win, because then this becomes a bigger pay to win game than like most gacha games that have PvP. Like think Epic 7 with their PvP, like that kind of thing. So that's my concern, to which I don't know, like maybe with subsequent sets, the scalpers won't be as bad. But then my question becomes, how many cards in the very first set are going to matter for tournaments? Will those sets eventually rotate out? Once again, we're so early in. I'll say so far in. We're so early in that a lot of that stuff hasn't even been brought up. Like if stuff is eventually going to be rotated out, then I can see a little bit better of like a future in that regard. But then also you got the issue of, okay, well then as soon as the freshest new set drops that people have to invest in because something's about to rotate out, if the scalpers come in again and do this same shit, then we have this same thing on our hands and we're just back to square one. So once again, that kind of comes down to how are they planning to run this? I haven't looked through to see if any future things are going to, if sets are going to rotate out. Or if they're just going to say you can use any card from any set, then they can make stronger sets that maybe the first set eventually won't be as viable. That could be a thing. Are they going to take the MTG route with rotation? Or are they going to take the Yu-Gi-Oh route where eventually we have 50,000 summoning mechanics? It's a very interesting, we want to see where this goes, and I've been yapping for a hot minute. So those are my two concerns, VCard. I hope that someone's able to address these, and it will be addressed in time. I fully believe that it will. I just want to see where it goes. I'm very curious. We shall see. Now, last thing I'm going to say, some people took it upon themselves, basically said, fuck it, we ball, and I just did a quick Google search. Apparently, you can already play VCard on Tabletop Simulator. I will be downloading this. I will be somehow finding a way to be able to learn how to play VCard, because I want to go a bit deeper into the gameplay, understand how it's supposed to be played and everything, to see how it's going to feel, if this is something that I feel that people are going to want to continue playing, or is it just a collecting based issue that we're having right here. But apparently you can, as there's a VCard TCG on the Steam Workshop and everything. I'm going to look into it. I just wanted to bring it to people's attention for those who didn't know, or anyone who's having trouble buying the physical product. You can supposedly, with a sample deck of each of the 5 colors, so people can immediately start playing. And maybe there's even more than what this is, because this was posted like a month ago. Definitely take a look into this on Tabletop Simulator through Steam and see if there's ways to be able to play it. We're going to try. We're going to take a look into this, and I will try to keep you up to date as best I can for the future with VCard and other card games like it. With that said, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that shenanigans. Join our Discord if you want to. Link will be in the description, and we will see y'all on the flip side. Stay based.